like, it was literally at half battery. I hit record and then it goes down, like it's blinking, flashing at me like the battery's about to die, Vicky. I hate you, camera. Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another movie review. Been kind of slacking on these this month. The only explanation for that is I hate Star Wars. Making me work crazy hours into the night, and I'm just too exhausted to watch anything, let alone any horror movies. So sorry about that. Once the Star Wars hype dies down. God, I hate Star Wars. Today I wanted to talk about the movie A Christmas Horror Story, because who doesn't love Christmas themed horror movies? Seriously. See the same Christmas movies over and over again every year. I like watching something different every now and then, with the exception of A Christmas Story. That's one thing I will watch like on repeat all December, much to the dismay of my family, who I think all hate that movie. Sorry. But A Christmas Horror Story is directed by Grant Harvey, Steve Hoban, you know how I am with last names, and Brett Sullivan. And it kind of reminds me of Tales of Halloween, which I reviewed in October, and Trick or Treat. Like, it's kind of like an anthology, all takes place in the same town. A lot of the characters are kind of like related or connected in some way. But as you would imagine, they are all scary stories tied around Christmas. I wasn't sure how I was feeling about this movie when I first started watching it. I did like how most of them, they kind of were takes on popular Christmas icons or like legends. So we had a Krampus story, we had Santa Claus, and we had the birth of Christ in one with the, you know, we had that one story kind of centered around Immaculate Conception and things like that. The only one I didn't get was the Changeling one. I just really didn't understand how that one kind of like I said, they all kind of related to Christmas in some way, except for that one, I think. I don't know any legends, Christmas legends or anything about changelings. The only connection I had like to that was like with the police officer, and it was just taking place on Christmas Eve. If anyone knows anything about that story, if you guys have seen A Christmas Horror Story and you know which story I'm talking about, the Changeling one, if you guys know anything how that kind of relates to Christmas, I don't understand that one. I mean, it was an interesting story, I guess. But yeah, so like I said, I liked how they all kind of centered around those icons and legends. I wasn't too sure, like when I was watching it, like I thought it was just kind of be like, not horrible, but just kind of like meh. It had there was a few good jump scares in there for sure. I think the stories were pretty well done. They move very fast because they are shorter segments. So they do move very fast, but I think they did a good job of developing the characters kind of quickly, and there were so many of them as there were different stories. And I really liked our kind of connecting. This is why it kind of reminded me of Tales of Halloween, because the radio DJ was kind of the connector. Again, we kept going back to the radio DJ, who was William Shatner in this movie, which was funny. So this movie does have comedic elements to it as well, mostly from William Shatner, our radio DJ. So it's not too horribly terrifying for anybody out there that doesn't want to be horrified on Christmas. The main thing I really liked about this movie, and I would have already put the spoiler warning up for you now because I'm definitely going to spoil the ending. The best part was, the funny thing when I was watching this movie, the segment I was least interested in was the Santa Claus one, because all the other stories were taking place in the town of Bailey Downs, which is where this movie is set. sorry, I touched my face in the middle of that sentence. All the stories were taking place in this town except for that one. That one was like on the North Pole with the elves, and all the elves were becoming like zombified and attacking Santa and things like that, and Santa was like killing all of them with an axe, and he has to kill his wife, and then he's fighting Krampus and stuff like that. And so I was kind of just like, I don't really understand the story. It doesn't relate to the town at all. I'm just kind of like not interested in this one. Then we realized that whole thing was a hallucination of the weatherman from the radio station. At the very beginning of the movie, the radio station, William Shatner is talking to the weatherman who is supposed to go down to the mall for this Christmas food drive, and you know, the weatherman looks very distraught, and before he leaves, he holds up a sign that says "Fuck Christmas" and leaves. And then we never really hear from him again, and we get kind of hints. Like William Shatner keeps talking about the food drive at the mall, and at one point, you know, he's talking about like the police are saying stay in your homes. We don't know how many hostages there are at the mall, and I'm kind of like, what's going on? Then at the end of the movie, oh my God, the weatherman was hallucinating that he was Santa Claus and killing all these zombified elves. He was on a rampage in the mall dressed as Santa, like killing all these people. Oh my God, best twist ever. Best twist ever. Like, oh my gosh. M. Night Shyamalan has nothing on that. That was amazing. I don't think my jaw has ever hit the floor faster. Like, it just made it even better that that was like my least favorite story leading up, and then it became my favorite one because it was the best one. It did so well. That was great. Great. Sorry, I got really excited at the end. It was just so good. That was just so well done. It just, it kept you guessing the whole time. The whole time I was wondering how it related to everything else, and that's how it related to everything else. Amazing. So glad it ended like that, because that completely made the movie for me, and it took it from, I was gonna say, you know, like I was gonna suggest you guys go see it if you haven't, like, but that end like brought it to a 10 out of 10. Do recommend. Watch A Christmas Horror Story. I found it on Amazon Prime, like their Amazon Instant Video. I don't know if it's on Hulu, or I don't think it's on Netflix. It might be on demand on other like video on demand platforms, but do recommend. Watch this movie if you haven't. I think it's so good. That ending is spectacular, and if that doesn't get you in the Christmas spirit, I don't know what will. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have seen A Christmas Horror Story. Maybe throw up a spoiler warning just in case if you're going to talk about the ending down there, because it is a very good twist, and it's a twist like you kind of don't, at least I wouldn't have want ruined for me. If it was ruined for me, I would have been really pissed off, because the twist is everything. Twist is everything. So if you are going to talk about it, maybe put a little spoiler warning up just in case somebody who hasn't seen it is perusing down there. And if you haven't watched it and you plan to, don't spoil the ending for yourself. Just let it happen to you, okay? Anyways, enough about the ending. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more of my face and hear more of my voice. And thank you if you are subscribed already. I hope this is going up after Christmas. I don't hope this is going up after Christmas. Since this is going up after Christmas, I do hope you all had a very nice holiday. If you celebrate Christmas or whatever you celebrate, I hope you had a nice holiday. Hopefully you got some time off of work to relax and spend time with family. Until next year, not until next year. Will I put up? Yeah, I think, no, I'll have other videos up before the new year. Never mind, scratch that. Until next time, stay strange. Bye.